Hey everybody, we're back again. I've got another fun day for you. Let's start with our message. It says, hello 4K. Let's review the letters we know. Love, Miss Christy and Miss Sheila. So no new letter of the week this week, just a review. So I have my alphabet cards here. I'm gonna show them to you. We are going to do the letter, the sound it makes, and the sign language symbol for it. So we've been learning our sign language alphabet at school, so I wanna make sure you guys know it too. So we're gonna start with the first letter of the alphabet. It is the letter A. A says eh, eh, just like apple. And the sign for A looks like this. Yep, like just a little fist with your thumb up. All right, our next one is gonna be the letter I. It sounds like this, like insect. And the letter I is your pinky in the air. All right, let's see what's next. Oh, the letter C. Letter C goes k, 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 just like in cat. And C looks like this in sign language, just like you're making the letter C with your fingers. All right, next is the letter J. J says j, j, just like in jacket. And the sign for J, swoop. This is I, and this is J. Making it with the pinky, j, j. Next is the letter B. B says b, b, just like in ball. You make the letter B just like this, 4 fingers up, thumb across your palm. B, b. This is the letter G, goat. G, g, just like we're drinking something, g, g. And the letter G is, letter G is 1 finger like this. G. I'm sorry about that. I had to think. I don't have my cheat sheet with me. Next is the letter E. E says eh, eh, just like an egg. So E is like this, like a little fist, kind of like the letter E in your hand. Next is the letter K. K says k, k, like kick, key. And the letter K is 2 fingers up with your thumb between them. That's the letter K. Here comes the letter H. H. The letter H is 2 fingers. 2 fingers, H. Here is the letter F. That's the sound F makes. And the sign for F is just like that. Just like that, like the okay sign. Next is the letter L. Ooh, ooh, like you're licking a lollipop. The letter L is like this in sign language. And the next one, letter D. D, D. And that one is like this in sign language. Good job. So we'll keep practicing our sign language because hopefully we'll all get together and we'll sing a song at the end of the year that has all of those signals in it. So we'll keep practicing together. I have a fun story for us. It's called Dora's Eggs. This story is about a farm and farm animals. So if we look at the cover, Dora's Eggs. That's our title, and it's written by Julie Sykes, and the pictures are by Jane Chapman. Oh, look, there's Dora's chicken house, I think. I'll have to see what happens. Dora was sitting on a nest of eggs. They were shiny brown and smooth to touch. These are my very first eggs, clucked Dora proudly. I must get all my friends to come admire them. Dora climbed out of her hen house and into the farmyard. Who shall I visit first, she wondered. I know, I'll go and find Debbie Duck. Dora hopped on the fence and across the field until she reached the pond. "Hello, Debbie," she called. "Would you like to come and see my eggs?" "I can't come now," quacked Debbie. "I'm teaching my babies to swim." Dora stood watching the ducklings splash around and learning to paddle. Somehow she felt a bit less excited. "My eggs are nice," she thought, "but those fluffy ducklings are much nicer." "Do you want to come?" Dora was just a little sad, and she trotted over to the sty to visit Penny Pig. "Hello, Penny," she clucked. "Would you like to come and see my eggs?" But Penny didn't hear. She was having too much fun tumbling around with her wiggly piglets. Dora gave a little sigh. "My eggs are nice," she thought, "but those wiggly piglets are much nicer." Those are messy piglets in the mud. Dora gave another little sigh and she climbed the hill to find Sally's sheep. "Would you like to come and see my eggs?" she asked Sally. "Not today," bleated Sally. "I'm too busy keeping an eye on my lambs." Dora looked at the lambs frolicking in the field. She felt rather glum. "My eggs are nice," she thought, "but those playful lambs are much nicer." Very sadly, Dora walked back to the farmyard. On her way, she bumped into Daisy Dog. "Hello, Daisy," clucked Dora. "Would you like to come and see my eggs?" "Sorry," Dora barked. "Sorry, Dora," barked Daisy, wagging her tail. "I can't come now. I'm taking my puppies for a walk." Dora was beginning to feel miserable. "My eggs are nice," she thought, "but those cute puppies out for a walk are much nicer." In the farmyard, Dora stopped by the cowshed. She wished she felt happier. Perhaps Clarice the cow would cheer her up. "Would you like to see my eggs?" she called. "Shh," mooed Clarissa softly, nodding to the straw. Snuggling up by her feet was a newborn calf, fast asleep. Dora wanted to cry. "My eggs are nice," she whispered, "but that little calf all snuggled up is much nicer." Dora walked back across the yard in the sunlight. She climbed into the hen house. Her eggs were just as she had left them, smooth, brown, and very still. "My eggs are nice," sighed Dora, fluffing out her feathers, "but everyone else's babies are much nicer." Uh-oh. Very sadly, Dora settled herself down onto her nest. Crack! Dora jumped with surprise. Uh-oh, what's happening? "Oh no," cried Dora, "I've broken them." Tears began to roll down her face. They splashed onto the nest and over the cracked eggs. As each tear fell, the cracks grew wider and wider until all of a sudden, what do you think is gonna happen? Up popped a fluffy head, then another and another, and soon the nest was full of tiny chicks. "Cheep, cheep," the chicks peeped. "Cheep, cheep." Dora stopped crying and stared at her babies. I don't think she looks so sad anymore. If you look at her face, Dora looks pretty happy. It didn't matter that her eggs were broken. The new chicks were everything Dora had ever wanted. Proudly, she strutted out into the farmyard, and one by one, the chicks followed her. All the animals stopped and looked. There's Dora with her baby chickens. "Why, Dora," quacked the Debbie, "they're as fluffy as my ducklings and as wiggly as my piglets," oinked Penny. "They're as playful as my lambs," bawled Sally. "And you can take them for walks just like my puppies," barked Daisy. "But best of all," mooed Clarice, "your chicks can snuggle up with you like my calf snuggles up to me." "Cluck," said Dora, happily agreeing with her friends. "My eggs were nice, but my chicks are much, much nicer." Look at that, she has baby chicks. That was a fun story. I thought she was going to be sad and she ended up being happy, just like we get sometimes. I hope you enjoyed our story. Have fun with our activities today. We'll talk to you guys later.